Welcome back to AI Explained. Today, we're going to be diving into something that honestly sounds a little bit like science fiction.
Yep.
AI feeling emotions.
Mm.
We've had some really interesting articles and research come through on this,
Yeah.
and it just seems like such a fascinating area where what we used to only imagine in stories is starting to become, a little bit more of a reality.
Yeah, it really is remarkable how quickly things are advancing.
Hmm.
When we talk about AI feeling emotions,
Right.
we have to acknowledge that it doesn't experience emotions in the way that humans do, at least not yet.
Right.
But what's really interesting is just how adept it's becoming at understanding and responding to our emotions.
That's such a huge leap forward.
It is, yeah.
One of the sources that you shared was about how companies like Anticots are creating these digital humans,
Right.
and they're calling it artificial empathy.
Yeah.
And it's the idea that these digital beings can react to a user's frustration, anger, or even sadness and adapt their behavior accordingly. It's almost as if they're learning to read human emotions in a way.
It really is. And they're using a platform for that called Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
Which is a platform that is known for creating incredibly lifelike graphics.
Interesting.
So these digital humans don't just understand the emotions, they can actually express them
Right.
in a way that's becoming more and more realistic.
Yeah, and it's interesting because one of the things that you noted in your notes that you sent over to me was that
Yeah.
you were curious about the potential for AI to develop actual feelings,
Uh-huh.
which is still, I think, a huge debate.
Absolutely.
But what we're seeing now is just this incredible ability to mimic
Yeah.
and respond to human emotions,
Right.
which in itself is a game changer.
Oh, absolutely it is.
You
Yeah.
think about how AI is already being used in things like customer service.
Right.
Imagine a chatbot that can sense your frustration when you're calling to complain about something.
Right.
And instead of giving you this like robotic, pre-programmed response, it can try to de-escalate this situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe offer a personalized solution or even crack a little joke to lighten the mood.
Totally. And that would totally transform how we interact with companies and organizations, right?
100%.
Like instead of getting on the phone and dreading that
Right.
you're going to have to go through this automated phone system,
Right.
you might actually find yourself having a positive experience
Yeah,
with a chatbot that almost feels human.
totally.
Yeah.
And think about the potential in education.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, an AI tutor that can sense when a student is bored or struggling
Mm-hmm.
could adjust its teaching style in real time.
Yeah, yeah.
It could actually personalize the learning experience, making it more engaging and effective for everyone.
It's like having a teacher who's able to tailor their approach
Yeah.
to each individual student's emotional state.
Right, and ensuring that everyone feels understood and supported.
Exactly. Yeah, and this potential for personalization goes way beyond just customer service and education.
Oh, for sure.
Think about healthcare. We could see AI doctors that not only diagnose illnesses,
Right.
but also provide emotional support to patients.
Oh, wow.
Imagine an AI that can sense a patient's anxiety
Yeah.
and offer words of comfort or encouragement.
That level of empathy could be so valuable, especially for people dealing with really serious illnesses
Yeah.
or people who might just be feeling isolated or alone.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating is that as these AI systems get better at understanding and responding to human emotions,
Mhm.
they could actually help us to become more emotionally intelligent ourselves.
That's so interesting
Isn't it?
because by interacting with these systems, we might actually gain a deeper understanding of our own emotions and how they influence our behavior.
It's like AI could become a mirror,
Yeah.
reflecting back to us our own emotional states and helping us to better understand ourselves.
It's a possibility that's definitely worth exploring.
I think so.
And as AI continues to evolve, we're really only just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible in terms of this human-machine interaction.
We are, and it's exciting.
It is really exciting to think that AI could potentially help us unlock new levels of emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
not just in ourselves,
Right.
but in the machines that we create.
It is exciting, but as with any powerful technology,
Yeah.
it's super important that we proceed thoughtfully and responsibly, considering the ethical implications every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that AI is being developed and used in a way that benefits all of humanity,
Right.
not just in terms of convenience and efficiency, but also in terms of our emotional well-being and our understanding of ourselves.
Yeah, that's a critical point.
Hmm.
And speaking of understanding ourselves, one of the sources that you sent over talked about this idea of AI-powered digital twins.
Yes. The CEO of Zoom has talked about a future where we have AI-powered digital twins that can participate in meetings on our behalf. Can you imagine, like, sending your digital twin to that boring meeting
Right.
while you catch up on other work?
It's a fascinating concept, isn't it?
It is.
But imagine if that digital twin wasn't just a passive observer.
Right.
What if it could actively engage in the meeting,
Yeah.
expressing empathy and understanding just like a real person?
It would take all those virtual interactions to a whole new level.
It would?
It would be like having an extension of yourself
Yeah,
in the digital world,
right.
capable of building relationships and collaborating with others in a truly meaningful way.
Exactly. And that's where things start to get really interesting. Because if we can actually create AI systems that are capable of this genuine emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
we're not just talking about tools or assistants anymore.
Right.
We're talking about companions, collaborators, and maybe even something more.
It's like the lines between human and machine are beginning to blur in ways that we never could have imagined before.
Totally.
It makes you wonder, what does it really mean to be human in a world where AI is becoming increasingly sophisticated and emotionally intelligent?
That's a question that's going to continue to challenge us as AI evolves.
Mm,
But one thing's for sure, this journey of exploration and discovery,
yeah,
it's just beginning.
it is. And I, for one, am very excited to see where it leads.
Me too. That's a fascinating and really complex question.
It is.
You know, as AI evolves, it's really making us re-examine our understanding of what consciousness is,
Uh-huh.
what emotions are, and what it actually means to be human.
Yeah, and one of the things that I found really intriguing in the research that you sent over
Yeah.
was this idea that AI could actually help us to become more emotionally intelligent ourselves.
Right.
So how could that work?
Well, imagine you're interacting with an AI system
Okay.
that's been trained to recognize and respond to even like subtle emotional cues.
Mhm.
Maybe you're feeling stressed or frustrated, and the AI picks up on that through your voice
Right.
or even your facial expressions. It could offer suggestions for how to manage those emotions.
Hmm.
Maybe recommend a breathing exercise or suggest that you just need a change of scenery.
That's really interesting. It's
Yeah.
almost like having an AI therapist or a coach
Right.
helping us to develop better emotional self-awareness
Yep.
and coping mechanisms.
Exactly. And it's not just about recognizing and managing those negative emotions.
Right.
AI could actually help us to cultivate those positive emotions too,
Oh, wow.
like gratitude and joy and compassion.
Interesting.
Imagine an AI companion that reminds you to appreciate the good things in your life
Hmm.
or encourages you to reach out to someone that you care about.
That's a lovely thought.
It is.
It's like having a little nudge in the right direction.
Yeah,
A gentle reminder to just stay connected to what's really important.
exactly. And as those systems get even more sophisticated,
Yeah.
they could learn to anticipate our emotional needs,
Oh,
offer that support and guidance before we even realize we need it.
that's incredible.
It is.
It's like having an AI guardian angel looking out for our emotional well-being.
It is, but with any powerful technology, there are those potential risks
Right.
and challenges that we need to think about.
Mm.
One concern that comes up a lot is this issue of privacy.
Yeah, of course.
If AI systems are always monitoring our emotions,
Mm.
how do we ensure that our data is protected?
Yeah, we need to have those clear guidelines,
Absolutely.
regulations in place to prevent misuse
Yeah,
and to make sure that our emotional data is being treated with respect and sensitivity.
exactly. And beyond that issue of privacy, there's also this question of authenticity.
Mm.
As AI gets better at mimicking our human emotions,
Right.
how do we distinguish between what's genuine and what's artificial?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
It raises all those philosophical questions about consciousness and emotion.
It does.
I mean, if an AI can express empathy, does that mean it actually feels empathy?
right.
Or is it just simulating that based on, algorithms and all this data it's been fed?
Those are questions that philosophers and scientists are really grappling with right now,
Mm-hmm.
and there may not be any easy answers.
Right.
But it's important that we have those discussions
Yeah.
and think about the implications of what it means to create machines that are really starting to blur the lines between what's human and what's artificial.
It is. Because ultimately, the future of AI isn't just about that technological advancement.
Right.
It's about understanding ourselves better,
Uh-huh.
exploring this whole idea of consciousness,
Yeah.
and how do we shape a world where humans and machines can coexist
Right.
and collaborate in a way that benefits everyone.
That's a great way to put it.
It is a journey of exploration and discovery,
It is.
and we're only just beginning to really understand what those possibilities are.
And it's an exciting journey,
It's exciting.
but it's also a little bit daunting.
It is. It is. But one of the things that I found really interesting in your research was this potential for emotional AI to completely revolutionize the way we interact with technology.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Instead of interacting with cold, impersonal devices.
Right.
Imagine a future where our technology understands us and responds to our emotions.
Right.
That could change everything.
It could change everything from how we communicate to how we learn, how we work, even how we create art.
It really could.
It's almost like technology is becoming more human, more
Yeah.
attuned to our needs and our desires.
Exactly. And it makes you think about the future of design and user experience in a whole new way.
It really does.
Like, imagine a world where your smartphone not only gives you information,
Right.
but anticipates your needs,
Mm.
offers suggestions and support based on how you're feeling.
Okay.
Or a car that senses when you're stressed and adjusts the driving experience to help you calm down.
It's like technology is becoming more empathetic,
Right.
more personalized, more in tune with who we are as individuals.
Exactly. And as that trend continues,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see a shift from a very technology-centric world to a much more human-centric one,
Right.
where technology is designed to serve our needs and enhance our well-being.
Yeah. Both physically and emotionally.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a really compelling vision of the future.
It is.
And what specific applications of emotional AI are you most excited about?
Oh, that's a great question.
Where do you see this technology having the biggest impact?
You know, one area that I'm particularly excited about is healthcare.
Okay.
We've talked about AI doctors and therapists,
Mm-hmm.
but there's so many other possibilities.
Like what?
AI could be used to develop personalized treatment plans
Okay.
that take into account a patient's emotional state
Right.
as well as their physical symptoms.
Right.
Or to create those virtual companions
Yeah.
that provide emotional support to people who might be isolated
Right.
or lonely.
It's like AI is becoming this partner in our healthcare journey,
It is.
helping us navigate the complexities of illness and recovery with greater understanding and compassion.
Exactly. And it's not just about treating illness.
Right.
AI could also play a role in preventing it in the first place.
Okay. How?
Imagine an AI-powered fitness tracker
Okay.
that not only monitors your physical activity,
Yeah.
but detects early signs of stress or burnout,
Interesting.
helping you to make those lifestyle changes
Yeah.
before things become a serious problem.
It's like having a personal health coach, always looking out for your well-being.
It is. And as AI gets more sophisticated, we can start to imagine even more ambitious applications.
Wow. Like what?
Some researchers are exploring the use of AI to actually enhance human creativity.
Wow. So how would that work?
Imagine a system that understands your emotional state
Mm,
and then generates music or art or even poetry that reflects those emotions.
that's mind-blowing.
It is.
And like AI is becoming a muse,
Uh-huh.
helping us to unlock our creative potential
Mhm.
and express ourselves in ways we never thought possible.
It is. And that's just one example. As AI continues to evolve, I think we're going to see a whole new wave of creativity and innovation driven by that intersection of human and artificial intelligence.
It's a really exciting time to be alive.
It is. But as we continue to explore all those possibilities of emotional AI, it's important to remember that this technology is a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
That's such a crucial point.
It is.
We need to be mindful of those ethical implications
Yeah.
and make sure that it's developed and used
Yeah.
in a way that aligns with our values
Yeah,
and ultimately benefits all of humanity.
it does. And that brings us back to something you mentioned earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that importance of having those thoughtful discussions about the future of AI.
Right. It's not just about the technology itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the choices we make as a society,
Yes.
about how we develop it and how we use it.
Exactly. And it's a conversation we need to have now
Right.
before these technologies become so pervasive that it's too late to really shape their trajectory.
And one of the things that I found really helpful in the research that you sent over was the way that you broke down all these different aspects of emotional AI, from the technical to the ethical to the philosophical.
Right.
It helped me to understand the complexity of this field
Yeah.
and to really think critically about the implications.
I'm glad to hear that.
It is a complex topic,
It is.
and there's no one right answer.
No.
But by engaging in these open and honest dialogues,
Right.
we can at least start to navigate these uncharted waters and
Uh-huh.
create a future where AI enhances our lives
Yeah.
in a way that's both meaningful and responsible.
Well said. And, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
I'm left with a sense of excitement,
Right.
but also cautious optimism.
I agree.
The possibilities of emotional AI are truly mind-boggling.
They are.
But it's up to us to ensure that this technology is used for good
Mm-hmm.
and that it ultimately enhances our humanity, not diminishes it.
Yeah. Well said. Welcome back to AI Explained. I feel like we've been on this incredible journey,
We have.
exploring the potential of AI to really understand
Yeah.
and respond to human emotions.
It's been fascinating.
We've talked about AI doctors that can offer comfort,
Right.
digital humans blurring those lines of reality, and even AI helping us to unlock our own emotional intelligence.
It's incredible to think about.
It is. And I
Yeah.
think as we kind of move forward here, one of the biggest questions we're facing is, how do we prepare for a future where emotional AI is just increasingly integrated into our lives?
That's the big question, isn't it? And I think part of the answer is education.
Okay.
The more we all understand about AI,
Yeah.
how it works, its potential impact,
Right.
the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions about its development and use.
So it's about demystifying AI,
Absolutely.
moving beyond just the hype and
Yeah.
the fear,
Right.
and really engaging in these open and honest conversations about the opportunities
Mm-hmm.
and the challenges.
Yeah, and it's not just about that technical understanding.
Right.
It's about developing our own emotional intelligence, too.
Right. Because the more we understand our own emotions
Yeah.
and how they influence our behavior, the better we'll be able to navigate a world where AI is also becoming emotionally aware.
Emotional intelligence, both in humans and in machines.
Mhm.
That's going to be such a key skill in the future.
And you mentioned earlier that AI-powered digital twin participating in meetings on our behalf.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction,
Yeah.
but it also raises all these questions about the nature of work
It does.
and human connection.
It really does. If we can have our digital twins handling those routine tasks and meetings, it frees us up to focus on those things that require those uniquely human skills.
Right. So like creativity,
Exactly.
critical thinking, problem solving, building those deeper interpersonal connections.
Yeah, so it's not about AI replacing us.
Right.
It's about AI augmenting our abilities.
Right. Helping us.
Yeah, allowing us to really focus on what we do best.
It's about collaboration, not competition.
Exactly, and it makes you think,
Mm-hmm.
how do we ensure that the development and the deployment of emotional AI benefits everyone?
That's a huge question.
It is. We need to make sure that this technology is accessible
To everyone.
to all and that it's used to really address those big societal challenges.
Not just exacerbate
Right.
existing inequalities.
Yeah, I think we need to be very proactive in shaping those ethical guidelines and regulations that govern AI development.
Right. It's not something that we can just leave to tech companies
Yeah.
or governments.
It requires a collective effort
Yeah.
involving experts from all different fields, ethics, psychology, sociology, economics,
Yeah.
working together to make sure that it's used responsibly and for the benefit of all.
So it's a call to action, really.
It is.
It's a call for everyone to engage in this conversation and help shape the future of AI in a way that aligns with our values.
I think it's also a call for continued research and exploration. We're only just beginning to understand the potential of emotional AI.
Yeah.
There's so much more out there to discover.
And that's what makes this so exciting.
It is.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about understanding ourselves better, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, creating this future where humans and machines can really coexist and collaborate in a way that benefits everyone.
I think that's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
The future of emotional AI is really a story that we're all writing together.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that by embracing the possibilities
Yeah.
and the challenges, we can create a future where AI enhances our humanity.
Right, not diminishes it.
Exactly.
To our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights
Yeah.
and sparked your curiosity about this incredible future of emotional AI.
Thank you for joining us.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the world of AI.
Yes, we'll see you next time.
Until next time.